morning. Last week we have talked about, can you remember the topic last week, last Sunday? Anapanasati Bhavana. Yeah. Today I would like to talk about Brahma Vihara Bhavana before we practice Metta Bhavana. Have you heard that word, Brahma Vihara? Brahma Vihara, yeah. And also Bhavana. Brahma Vihara Bhavana. This one, the cultivation of the 4 higher sentiments. Cultivation of the 4 higher sentiments. This is Brahma Vihara Bhavana. What are the 4 Brahma Viharas? I think you know 4 Brahma Viharas. Metta, Karuna, Mudita, and Upekka. Those are the 4 Brahma Viharas. From the ethical point of view, these 4 principles emphasize the moral foundation of every form of religious life and spiritual development or progress. These 4 principles, moral foundation of every form of religious life and also foundation for spiritual progress. These 4 Brahma Viharas. Compassion, the loving kindness or loving friendliness, compassion, sympathy or sympathetic joy, and equanimity. These 4. In the list of 40 kammatthana, I think you know 40 kammatthana, 40 kammatthana explained in the Visuddhimagga. 40 kammatthana we can translate as a subject of meditation. 40 subjects of meditation we call Chattalisa kammatthana. Chattalisa means 40 kammatthanas. These 4 subjects, these 4 Brahma Viharas are appeared under the Brahma Viharas. Brahma Vihara, these 4. That means the 40 kammatthana, in 40 kammatthanas, these 4 also the subjects of meditation, these 4. They occur immediately after the list of Dasa Sanya. You know Dasa Sanya, 10 recollections, and just before Arupa Jhana, after Dasa Sanya and before Arupa Jhanas, 4 formless attainments. In between these 2, after Dasa Sanya, before Arupa Vachara Jhanas, these 4 Brahma Viharas appeared in the list of kammatthana, 40 kammatthanas. Again in Visuddhimagga, these 4 separate subjects of meditation. And also when we read the first book of Abhidhamma, Dhammasangani, in that book, in Dhammasangani, these 4 subjects coordinated with jhanas, The first one, metta, coordinated with first jhana. Karuna, coordinated with second jhana. Mudita, coordinated with third jhana. And the upekka, coordinated with chatutta and panchama jhana. Like that way. And also in some suttas, do not emphasize them as complete exercises leading directly to Nibbana. In some suttas, suttas do not emphasize them as complete exercise to Nibbana. These 4 Brahma Viharas, like Satipatthana. Like Satipatthana, when you practice Satipatthana, the results directly to Nibbana, and also Sattabojjhanga, when you practice Sattabojjhanga, the final goal is Nibbana, and also Arya Attangika Magga, Eightfold Path. That Eightfold Path leads to directly Nibbana. But these 4 Brahma Viharas, not like that. In the Bodhipakkhya Dhamma, have you heard that word? Bodhipakkhya Dhamma. There are 37 Bodhipakkhya Dhammas. Bodhipakkhya means things pertaining to enlightenment. 37. You can check the Google or the dictionary, then you can find Bodhipakkhya Dhamma. There are 37 Bodhipakkhya Dhamma, the things pertaining to enlightenment. Bodhipakkhya Dhamma, those 37 Bodhipakkhya Dhamma, and these 4 Brahma Viharas always remains as mundane qualities. Mundane qualities, like Lokiya Dhamma, these 4, and that 37 Bodhipakkhya Dhamma. They are the higher emotions of aspirant which express his attitude and behavior towards the outside world, rather than supramundane achievements. When these Brahma Viharas develop to the stage of jhanas, they are called Cheto or Vimutti. There are 2 Vimuttis. Can you remember the 2 Vimuttis? The first one, Cheto Vimutti. The other one, Panya Vimutti. 2 types of Vimutti, deliverance. Deliverance. Cheto Vimutti, deliverance of mind. Panya Vimutti, deliverance through wisdom. Jhanas, Cheto Vimutti, and also practice in these Brahma Viharas, Cheto Vimutti, and the next one, Panya Vimutti, deliverance through wisdom. When you read many suttas, says like Cheto Vimutti and Panya Vimutti always goes together. Cheto Vimutti and Panya Vimutti, deliverance of mind and deliverance through mind. Mental or release. When they develop up to appana, another word, appana Pali term, or jhana, appana or jhanas, jhana state, then they are associated with the path to Nibbana. When you develop this Brahma Viharas up to jhanas, jhana level, higher levels, then it leads to the Nibbana. Even some suttas like Sanyutta Nikaya, some suttas explain you can reach to Nibbana when you practice these 4 Brahma Viharas. If they are not developed to higher insight, then lead only to rebirth in the Brahma world. Only Brahma world can be born in the Brahma world. In some suttas can found them as Brahma Vihara. The Pali term appeared like Brahma Viharas, or Chattaro Brahma Vihara. Chattaro Brahma Vihara. Brahma Vihara or Chattaro Brahma Vihara. Chattaro means the four. Four Brahma Viharas. Again, also we can find in the suttas Appamanya. Appamanya. Appamanya means the immeasurable, can't measure, immeasurable. And also Chataso Appamanya. Again, Chataso means four. Four Appamanya or four Brahma Viharas, like that way. This Brahma Vihara is variously translated as abodes, divine states, supreme conditions, sublime moods or livings, good moods, immeasurables, infinitudes, and illimitables. Illimitables, like that way, translated as variously. The word Brahma, according to Venerable Buddha Gosa, the famous commentator, means sublime, excellent, not Brahma Vihara, only Brahma. He explained the Brahma word Brahma, he explained as sublime, excellent or highest, in the sense of faultless, clean and pure. In the further explanation of his, he adds these states are the best, the proper, perfect, and conduct one being towards other beings. And just we have recited Metta Sutta. That Metta Sutta, one line is Brahma Metang Viharang Idamahu, Dittin Chanupagamma Sila Vadasanina Sampano, like that. Just before the end, Brahma Metang Viharang Idamahu appeared in Metta Sutta. The meaning is here in the sense of supreme or best. Supreme or best. And when we read the Makadeva Sutta in Majjhima Nikaya, Makadeva Sutta in Majjhima Nikaya, Sutta number 83, an ancient king called Makadeva of Mithila, the city called Mithila, the king called Makadeva, he lived in Mithila city, practiced these four Brahma Viharas, and was in the results of that practicing reborn in the Brahma world, that Makadeva. And also in Tevijja Sutta in Digha Nikaya, Sutta number 13, Digha Nikaya Tevijja Sutta, Buddha explained to Brahmin Vasittha and Bharadwaja these Brahma Viharas. Just before that, Brahmin Vasittha asked Buddha, like this way, I have heard that the Venerable Gautama teaches the way to companionship with the Brahmas, and it is well, let the Venerable One be pleased to show us the way to that state. Thereupon the Buddha explains to Vasittha and Bharadwaja the practice of the Brahma Viharas as the right path to attain companionship with the Brahma gods. That word used in Pali, Brahma, Sahavyata Magga, Brahma, Sahavyata, companionship with Magga means path. The path to attain the companionship with the Brahma gods. From the Buddhist point of view, Brahma or Brahma means the higher beings born in the Rupaloka form world by virtue of meditation. When you practice meditation, can be born in this Brahma world. When you read Sangyutta Nikaya, there's a chapter called Brahma Sangyutta. Brahma Sangyutta, I think chapter 6, Brahma Sangyutta. There are some appeared in the suttas, short suttas appeared some Brahmas like Sahampati Brahma and Tudu Brahma and Baka Brahma, famous Brahmas. They came to the Buddha and asked some questions about the Buddhism. And the path to that world explained in that sutta is purely Buddhistic and conditions the following 8 stages. The suttas explain 8 stages to reach the Brahma world. These are the 8 steps or stages. Number 1, the confidence of heart that results from moral purity. Like Saddha, you have to practice Saddha. Number 1. The confidence of heart that results from moral purity. Number 2, the way in which the disciple guards the doors of his senses. We have to guard our Panchadvara, 5 doors. Guttadvara, Gutta also to guard or close our dwaras, doors, 5 doors. Number 3, the way in which he is mindful and self-possessed. Number 3, like Sati. Number 4, contentment and simplicity of life. Santussa and Subhara. Even explained in Metta Sutta, Santussa Kocha Subharocha, Appagichocha Sallobuddhi, like that way. Number 5, freedom from the 5 hindrances. Freedom from 5 hindrances. I think you know hindrances, 5 hindrances. Kamachanda, Vyapada, Tinamidda, Uddhacha, Kukucha, and Avicca, those 5 hindrances. Freedom from the 5 hindrances, number 5. Number 6, the joy and peace arising as a result of his inward purity. Then number 7, concentration of the mind, samadhi. Number 8, this is very important. Number 8 is the practice of the Brahma Viharas. The practice of the Brahma Viharas pervading the whole world with metta or friendliness, karuna or compassion, sympathy or mudita, and upekha or equanimity. The practice of these 4 Brahma Viharas. One step to reaching the Brahma world. The Tevijja Sutta again explains further. He abides suffusing 1/4 of the world with the thought of friendliness or metta. Likewise, the 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th quarters, above, below, around, everywhere, He abides pervading the whole world with all sentient beings, all as himself with his thought of friendliness. Practicing metta. Far reaching, grown great, immeasurable, free from hatred, free from malice. That way, have to practice metta. In the other viharas, compassion, sympathetic joy and equanimity, karuna, mudita and upekka, those three viharas, the aspirant likewise pervades the world with compassion, sympathy and equanimity. The same formula is repeated, making each one a path to Brahma Sahavyata, companionship with Brahmas. Explained in Tevijja Sutta that way. Buddha explained to those two Brahmins, Vasetta and Bharadwaja. Again, in the Buddhist system, the Brahma Vihara leads to Nibbana as the ultimate goal. This practicing Brahma Viharas lead to Nibbana as the ultimate goal. But if they are not developed to that height, the immediate result is the attainment of the Brahma world, practicing Brahma Viharas. And Metta Sutta explains, if we should realize no higher condition or arahantship, he is reborn in the Brahma world. Number one is a metta. I will explain in briefly. Metta. Metta is the positive expression of adosa or non-hatred, and is the antidote to anger or enmity, which cannot otherwise be expelled. Antidote of dosa, koda, copper, like that. And also one stanza in Dhammapada, verse number 5, says, Nahi verena verani sammanti the kudachanang, averena cha sammanti esa dhammo sanantano in Pali. It says, enmity never ceases by enmity, enmity ceases by amity, like that way. Again, metta, therefore, is indispensable to clear the mind of hatred and is one of the 10 perfections. One of the 10 perfections, metta. You know, dasa paramita, one of paramita is metta, metta paramita, which are the principle of bodhisattva, ideal of the attainment of the Buddhahood or Buddha knowledge. Number 2 is karuna or compassion. Karuna, rendered by pity or compassion, means the emotion of the heart. Pali term used anukampaka or anukampa. Anukampa, which is conducive to the removal of the pain or suffering of others. Karuna. It is kindness extended to others, furthering their happiness. And also it is manifestation is peace and happiness of others. The sight of the helplessness of those who suffer in its proximate cause. Elimination of cruelty is its consummation. Its failure is destruction or the production of sorrow. Again, karuna corresponds to ahimsa sankappa. Ahimsa sankappa, the sentiment of non-injury. One of the 4 Sankappas. Explained in Eightfold Path, Samaditi Samma Sankappa, there are 4 Sankappas. One of those 4 is Ahimsa Sankappa. Karuna is one of the great qualities and attainments. You can see in the suttas, Maha Karuna Samapatti, especially Buddha attained to reach to this Maha Karuna Samapatti, and he show the world to whom he helped to. Then he reached to that person and help to that person. Maha Karuna Samapatti. The number 3 is mudita, sympathetic joy, translated as sympathy or sympathetic joy or gladness, rejoicing at others' happiness or prosperity. Gladness is characteristic. Absence of envy is its essence. Jealousy is its failure. And the last one is upekha, equanimity, usually translated by equanimity or even-mindedness, and equalized state of mind. Keeping the mind unafflicted by attraction or repulsion, not subject to either elation or depression. It has the characteristic of impartiality, and regarding all beings equally is its essence. The suppression both of aversion and achievement is its manifestation. Its failure is callous and unintelligent indifference. Upekha Brahmavihara occurs in 4th and 5th jhanas, to be attained by removal of 3rd jhana, connect with the metta, karuna or upekha, mudita, metta, karuna or mudita. There are 2 kinds of upekkha's you can find in the commentaries. One is Gehasita upekha, the other one appeared in the Brahmavihara's normal one. Gehasita upekha explained like this: the indifference of one who is a householder. It is absence of knowledge and discrimination. The uninstructed or worldly man who seen an object becomes deluded because he has not overcome the limitation of his ordinary nature and does not see the evil of conditioned things. Number 2 is Brahmaviharas, the last one of the last upekha is equanimity, no discrimination, no partiality. This is the real upekha in spiritual progress. And also this leads to Nibbana. Those are the 4 Brahmaviharas. In the suttas, normally we can't find how to practice this the metta. I explained in Tevijja Sutta, we have to spread loving thoughts towards all beings, above, below, across, and like one part of the world, the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, like that way. But later we have some formulas: may all beings be well and happy, free from suffering like that way. But in the suttas we can find. But in one stanza like ahang avero homi, abhyapajjo homi, anigo homi, sukhiyatanam pariharami. I think it's appeared in the commentaries, not in, we can't find it in suttas. Do you have any questions to ask just before practice Metta Bhavana? Yeah. I'm not clear. You know the Brahmas in Brahma world. Yes, when we practice metta bhavana, we spread loving thoughts towards them. Then you ask can they enjoy our bliss? No need. They practice higher level, yeah, and they live with peace. Yeah, but you know, some always it's like a below, above, around. Some we thought, we don't know. We thought the Brahma world and Deva world are above this human world. There are some Devas, they are not samadhi, or they have wrong views. Even we can spread loving thoughts towards that Devas. The Brahmas in Arupa world, no need any. They are not expecting, but we practice loving thoughts towards all living beings. That no limit, limitless, immeasurable. That's why no measure for everyone, every beings. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, only 8 steps here. Panya Vimukti. Mundane. Not mundane. Yeah. Yeah, you know, sometimes Cheto Vimukti and Panya Vimukti occurred, yes, together. just like when you practice fourth jhanas up to that level, then immediately you can attain the arahantship like that, or both together. But you know, some people, they never practice jhanas, just immediate practice the vidassana and attain enlightenment. Okay, now we practice metta bhavana.